Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Iowa State Cyclones taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mustangs will put total leather and we'll get started. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Gets set, first down. The running back has it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Ball is free. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake and fumble in the first place.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's got it on the right. Makes the catch and he's brought down.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get him in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pass picked off.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Well, you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown Mustangs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Daniels. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They'll immediately call timeout. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Gets it out fast. Tackle is made after the first down.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. The defense knows they're throwing the football, and you can tell on that pass rush, man, they were coming.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They'll run the screen. He's finally herded out of bounds. Really good pickup on 3rd down, and still not quite enough to move the chains. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Now they'll try the right side. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, SMU 7, Iowa State 0. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Handoff from the gun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to get the first through the air. Steps away to find some room. And it's loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Mustangs are marching down the field. From the gun, the ground game. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Moving out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Here's the handoff. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Working the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off time. It ends up in incomplete passes.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Williams looking for a man. Buys a little time with his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
When QBs are able to do this and just pull it down after he's sat back there in the pocket a little bit and go make plays, so frustrating for a defense. If I blitz and play man-to-man, nobody's looking at the QB, he can make a big play. If I sit back, he can still scramble, run up and get a big play. So hard to defend this guy.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he hitched, he got rid of it quickly on a line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Oh, he's going to take a chance. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's going up top. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Touchdown, Iowa State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to run it back. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And now on second down for this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Cyclones! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on first down. Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cyclones will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Quick handoff. Just ran over it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Slams it ahead. Touchdown, SMU! They take the lead with the 6. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Griffin. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And credit to the offense sticking with the run, but, man, it's not working. And this defense is not budging. And we've seen them all season. They've been so dominant. I do think it's going to have to come through the air. And you're going to have to turn your quarterback loose, let him rip the football, because this defense is so stout against the run.
Using his feet to buy time. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He'll ride his man on the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. It's something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
It's still 3rd and goal. Williams will pass. Feeling some heat. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Touchdown, Iowa State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Holy cow, how about that? You think he's going in for the score. It looks like he's going to get in. He fumbles the football. Who's going to get it? Johnny on the spot. The offense finds the football, lands on it, and gets the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Across the 25, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Quickly to the tight end. Turns it on at midfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just buried it. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
One offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Mustangs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Griffin. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense set on 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Williams looking for a man. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, SMU 35, Iowa State 28.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Iowa State.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. The give to the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Second down.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They go to the ground. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2.
Offense facing 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. That's caught. It's Daniels. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Williams will pass. It's on target and complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He wants to pass it on second down. Floats it out in space. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Skips away from pressure. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his target down the middle. At midfield, he's got room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got his man.
Yeah, and this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock.
He smashes his way through again. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
And as they come to the line, they have the lead and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
The two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
And the Mustangs enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. Trying to get in the end zone again. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
And your offense, you're talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost them big.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you've put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account. And how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the right. And he intercepts him.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up.